Hey, good afternoon to you. Listen, I got breaking news and a story for you to know, for you to tell, to be told. Listen, it's serious business. I'm telling you. If we don't take a stand now, more of what we're seeing is going to keep happening. It's time for us to take a stand. It's time for us to stand together, right? So, hey, share this. Join in with us. I want you to hear straight from the victim, straight from Miss Latasha Smith, shot by Capitol Police in her bed, sleep. Has nothing to do with what's going on, and whatever they had going on, she had nothing to do with it. So I want you to get ready because she has a story to tell. Hey, Miss Smith, I know we kind of spurred a moment. I know you are distraught. I see you still have the sling on your arm, and I just, this is so serious to me, and I know now that this has happened to you, and as a woman that loves the Lord, trying to live your life, and you in your bed, asleep, trying to rest, and yet your life is in danger. Could you just kind of tell the people what happened?
Yes, Saturday, I was in my own home, Commonwealth Apartments, 14B. I had got up to go in the kitchen. Me and my daughter, Sarah McNeil, she had wanted something to drink and eat. We went up in there. We always play and I always talk to her. And so as we started to go back out the kitchen, I got in the bed. She said, Mom, I'm getting in bed with you tonight. I said, no, you're going to get in your own room, in your own bed. And she went on in her room and I went in my room. And I'm going to say about 15 minutes later, as I was getting ready to turn over in the bed, and as I was using this arm to turn over, a bullet come in through her window, and it struck me in the back of my arm. And if she had been sitting in that bed, one of those bullets would have caught her in her head. And it's just sad because just like I jumped, fell over on the floor, and I've been shot. It's sad because I feel like my community that I live in, we getting looked over as black people like we nothing and we nobody because of what we live in. But I told my daughter, I said, we are somebody. We human and we deserve, this needs to not be overlooked. Something needs to be did about Capitol Police. I even told the officer, you shot me. I ran out the door, blood. I said, you shot me. And he went on to explain to talk about he was shooting at another guy, said a victim shot at me. How can that victim shoot in that apartment if he running one way and you running behind me? He shot in that apartment and he haven't showed no remorse or nothing. But if that was his child, what would he say or do? I could have lost my child. We could have been getting ready for a funeral. And they could have been getting ready to bury me because if I hadn't been turning over in that bed, that bullet would have caught me right here in my chest. And my children would have been without a mother and I'd have been without my child. And no child needs to be without their mother. It hurts me because I'm unable to work. And every time I walk at night, I get up in the house thinking that something is going on. Every 5 minutes, I can't rest or nothing. And it's just sad all this have happened to my community. It's just like they singing us out. It's because of where we live. And it's low income. But I can say to everybody it's time to take a stand. Something needs to be did to Capitol Police because he will feel the same way. I know he's an officer and I am a human being, but he deserved to be punished for what he did to me and my family. Because it just wasn't right. I don't deserve to be shot in my arm. I don't deserve to be out of work. I don't deserve to have none of this going on to me. My daughter is destroyed. But she don't want to come back into the apartment, and she don't want to go to school. And I tried to talk to her this morning, and she said, no, Mom, I'm not coming back over there. She said, I'm not going to this school. And it just sad. And I'm going to have to get her and me some kind of therapy. It's because, she's crying all the time. And my daughter, Darnisha, have stepped in to help with her. And Darnisha have to help me assist with my bathing, getting in and out the tub. And that's not right to her because it's like I'm having to take her life from her for her to take care of her mom and her sister. And it's just sad. I feel like something needs to be did to Capitol Police. I'm not the only person that they have done like this. I remember they shot and killed a young man not too long ago. And as I was traveling to church one Wednesday night, I understood that Capitol Police had shot and killed a pregnant black girl, and they shot her boyfriend in the leg. What was that? Why was that? What was his reason for discharging that firearm in a community where people living there? I feel like he did it because we black and he was white and he feel like he had the right to do that. But no, my life matter. Black lives do matter. And something do need to be did about this. I'm asking, from help, from the public. Come on, y'all blacks, let's get together and fight. Something need to be did to Capitol Police. Every time you look up, they shooting our black people. We human just like they is. Come on, let's take a stand at community wealth apartments.
So let me just catch everybody up. So this was Sunday morning, right?
Early Sunday morning, approximately between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
So early Sunday morning, she and her family are in the bed, and allegedly Capitol Police are chasing, somebody with a stolen car. We don't know, right? And whatever happened, my understanding is whoever it was jumped out the car and ran, and they just started shooting. Now, we don't know all that. All we know is that this mother who was in her own home was struck by a bullet from Capitol Police. And then he has the audacity to come into, after she runs out the house, say she's been shot, to try to attempt to say it wasn't him.
That's what he said.
That's their MO, is to take no responsibility for anything.
But
right?
Capitol Police did shoot me, because how could that gentleman they were chasing shoot up in that apartment? Ain't no way. He chasing the suspect. If you chasing that suspect and he running straight and you behind him, you shooting at him, he shot into that apartment.
But one thing about it is, why would you be shooting at a suspect that's running away from you, and the alleged crime is car theft? You just stole a car.
That's right.
So they don't shoot at them in Clinton. They don't shoot at them in Madison. They don't shoot at them in certain parts of Jackson. But over where you live, in places like Midtown, they have taken just like it's nowhere. Like the people don't matter, right?
That's
and they doing what they want, but their actions are showing that they don't care.
Yes, sir.
And so here's what I want y'all to understand. You can't make this stuff up. This is a hard-working mother, works at Kroger, I think,
yes,
and does what she's supposed to do. Now she can't go to work because she has a bullet in her arm. So this could be anybody. This could be your mother. This could be your cousin. This could be, your wife. She's been shot, and because of the actions of Capitol Police chasing somebody, she's been shot. And guess what? They won't give any answers. And what I'm saying to you, and I'm saying to the public, I'm saying to pastors, I'm saying to all you elected officials, some elected official represents where she lives. Where are you? What are you saying? This is a lady, a hard-working lady, has nothing to do with whatever Capitol Police was chasing somebody about, but now her life has been put on hold. Now she got to deal with helping her child get back in a mental place. She got to get back to a mental place to be able to live. Now she's got to move because they're traumatized. What I'm saying is, at what point do we say enough is enough? I know we ain't, we're not qualified to do investigations, but my understanding is they found some shell casings.
Yes, to my understanding, they found shell casings, and all the shell casings that were found belong to Capitol Police.
Wow. And guess what? Her house is not the only one that got shot into.
No, it's another young lady out there that they shot into her daughter's bedroom window. And my question is to Capitol, why did you discharge that firearm? What right did you have to discharge it in an open community where everybody lives?
Hey, there's something wrong with this picture, y'all. I need you to understand. I know you've been seeing and hearing, coming, and I keep saying the same thing. And what's really bad here is they want to turn around and try to say that they didn't have anything to do with it.
That's a lie. Because ain't no way if they were chasing that guy that he shot into that apartment. No, it's no way in the world there could be. Them police has been trained, and the way that things went on, it's no way that that guy that they so-called said they were chasing shot in that apartment. Come on now, community. It's time to stand up for the right.
Right, and did they, in my understanding, did they catch the guy?
From my understanding, when I was at the hospital, they so claimed they caught the guy, but then come Monday, that wasn't the guy. So they don't have no suspect at this time.
Well, here's how they reported it. They reported it to the news as an officer-involved shooting, and that's all the information they gave to the news people. So the news people don't know that you got shot. I called the news people and told them that a lady got shot. Yes, right? They didn't even report that. The news did not report that. That they made it like somebody was. Some with the officer, they have not said yet that you got shot.
Yes, I got shot. I got shot in the back of my arm.
And the back of her arm is a bullet. The bullet is still in her arm. Okay? And there are bullet holes riddled through her home from the outside all the way through through another wall into her actual room. This is what I'm saying. At what point will the governor, the lieutenant governor, the commissioner, and the chief of police for Capitol Police, at what point will they even care enough to address these issues? And I'm not talking about whitewashing it and so forth. They will not take responsibility, and they're not being held accountable. And here it is, somebody's whole life is changed because she's been shot in the arm. And here's one of our problems. Let me say something to our community is because somebody said this to me. They say something like, well, at least she didn't get killed.
No, you can't say that.
That's craziness. It should not even happen. It should not even happen that this parent, this lady has been shot because of the actions of Capitol Police. Now, for all of you that got all this stuff to say, and so you telling me it's all right with you that a mother has been shot because of the action of Capitol Police? All y'all doing, well, we need Capitol Police.
No, we don't.
That's crazy.
No, we don't. One thing I can credit JPD for, one of the officers, he was a heavy-set black guy. He said this have nothing to do with us. All this is on Capitol. And he was right. Capitol Police was the one that discharged that firearm. They was the one on the scene. And then my cousin tried to come get my little girl. From my understanding, they would not even let her and her husband in to see about my daughter. They had them held up at the gate. They told them no one could get in or get out. And then they told her to park her car on the outside. She parked the car to get out to come in. They still wouldn't let her in there to see about my daughter.
Hey, y'all. Listen. That is an absolute flagrant disregard for life. And it doesn't make any sense. And what we're doing, we're crying out to our community. We're crying out to our leadership, our local elected leaders. We're crying out to you to say something must be done. We don't trust the state. We don't trust the state. We don't trust them to investigate. We don't trust them. We need help. And we are crying out for help in Jackson, Mississippi, because the Capital City Police Department, it's like it's open season on black people. That's what it feels like. It's like it's open season. And they're doing what they want to do. And I see what you're saying, Mike, about 3 on your side. Well, let me tell you something. They've all been notified, and to as of yet, there's no real story being told from what's happening to people.
And it was a white officer that discharged that firearm.
Wow.
From my understanding, he was white.
Listen, community. We're going to continue to bring attention to this, right? But this is where all of us got to stand up. You know, Jalen Lewis is dead. He gone, right? A young Callaway graduate, shot. They shot into his car 5 times. He never got a chance to roll the window down, hold his hand, nothing. They shot him, killed him. A girl was in the car with him. They have her so afraid, she afraid to talk. They harassed Dwayne Pickett Jr. All that's Capitol Police. Held him in false imprisonment. All this, right? I mean, it's crazy. Sinatra's son. I mean, all this stuff going on, we cannot sit back and be okay. And there's case after case after case. The Department of Justice has been notified. We are moving forward, but we need our community to take a stand. Nobody should be going through this. Nobody should be going through this. And here it is, we're in the holidays. Miss Latasha, what else you want to say? Anything?
Yes, I just hope this happened to no one else in our community. Because to me, I really feel like they look down on our community because we black and we low income, but we somebody too.
Right.
And that's what it's looking like to me, that they target the people that are staying in low income, the midtown area, areas like that. Why our area? Why us?
Right.
My life matter. I'm a mother, and I'm a mother to my children. I'm an auntie. I have grandchildren.
Wow.
And I love them all. And I did not want them to have to go to no funeral and bury me.
Wow.
My daughter could have lost her life. If she had been sitting up in that bed like she normally be, they would have shot her right here. It just wasn't right. And that officer did not show no remorse, none whatsoever.
Wow. So listen, y'all. We're going to keep telling the story. We're going to follow up and do what we're supposed to do. As citizens, what we can do is we can stand together. We can share this information. And then we call for this protest. And we call for this press conference. We need people to be there. And we need anybody that knows what's going on and what has happened to other people to get in touch with us. Let us know, right? Because we got to call attention to this because we wanted to stop. And, I didn't even know you had grandchildren.
Yes,
I'm a grandfather myself, right? And, you love them grandkids. Them grandkids special, right? So here it is. Listen, all of y'all, it's somebody's grandmama right here. Forget about Pastor Pickett. That's somebody's grandmama. That's somebody's grandmother. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's auntie. That's some pastor's church member, right? So you can't wait until it gets to your door. We got to take a stand now. I've reached out to the NAACP. I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out to the Poor People's Campaign. They already know. They know about it, and we got to collectively decide that we're gonna do something about what's going on. And as I told Ms. Tasha, that we're not gonna rest until something happens, and we will refuse to back down because they want us to be quiet. We got to do it.
Yes, sir.
So I thank you so much for your boldness. And, we're gonna come to the house and check that out and look at it. And I know for sure that there's some people working on investigating. We got to get that bullet out your arm, that bullets in the wall. They can try to cover all this up all they want to. But the same way he try to play you, he ain't gonna get to play us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, y'all be praying. Both of us are praying people. Both of us love the Lord. And so, listen, we can't do it. We can't go out like this. We're going to go strong. We trust God. Yes. And they can do whatever they want to, but we're going to stand strong.
Yes.
Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Hey, share this with as many people as you can. Let them know there's a fight going on down here, and Capitol Police, they have opened up season on people of color and people in low and disenfranchised poor communities, and they cannot be let off the hook. They must be held accountable. And no reconciliation, we want to reconcile after accountability, after truth. They show no remorse. They do not care. And listen, we know it ain't just Capitol Police. We know it's bad officers. We don't want crime in our community, but we don't want you trying to fight crime by committing crime. Right. Don't endanger our families chasing people through the street about a stolen car. Don't endanger our community by indiscriminately in an apartment complex shooting at somebody. You pressed the issue. You did that. And Bo Luckett, I'm requesting you personally to sit down and meet with me and bring Commissioner with you, because you called back the white pastor. I know you called him back. And I've been reaching out to you for a month, and you ain't never said a word. In my mind, it makes you a coward, or it makes you a racist, low down, don't care nothing about what we got to say. And I heard what y'all said. I heard you say, well, I got black best man. My God, all that stuff. Man, that don't mean that. That don't mean you ain't racist. That don't mean that. That don't mean anything to me. So if you're not, come out the closet. Let's talk. I've been down to your department. You wouldn't talk to me. You won't tell these people what's going on. And it's your officers that you hired. They're the ones doing this. Your officers, you hired. You are leading them. But yet, over and over again, every weekend, they doing something. And there's no accountability. We standing, and we standing together.
Yes, sir.
Hey, God bless y'all. We're going to keep you posted. We'll let you know when that press conference is going to be, and we're going to line up, and we're going to we refuse to allow this to happen and keep happening in our community. Hey, God bless y'all. Y'all remember, keep on pushing. Peace.